Libras, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for November 14th to the 20th, 2016. I'm Athen, and this channel is about using the actual constellations in the sky, known as Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different, which means your sign might be different, and you'll want to watch this video for your right sign. All right, so this week we have a lot going on, astrologically speaking. It's a very energizing sort of week, especially for you, I feel like, because you do have your sun in your first house, and the full moon will, of course, be associated with that. So, yeah, right as things kick off, this awareness, and I think a lot of the awareness that's coming in for you is about relationships. I think it's about the importance of cooperation, which is the Aries side to this. But as you can see, the full moon's actually going to be closer to Taurus, in Taurus. And so this is about your 8th house, which is about everything that truly matters to you in life. So it's this status check, these first few days of the week. Ask yourself, what really matters to you? How can you have openness with life, vulnerability with life, really dive deep, and as a result, free yourself up from a lot of the fears, a lot of the inhibitions, and a lot of the things that have been holding you back. This is a very good time for this because with all full moons, there is a bit of momentum. And a lot of you too, who about 6 months ago started something new with these deeper things in life, they are coming to a head. Same with the relationship stuff. So use that momentum, do the status check, see what's working for you in this area, in both areas, and what's not. And let go of what's not and continue to cultivate what is. Another side to the 8th house is about shared resources. So for a lot of you, it could be about becoming aware of the importance of healthy interdependency and healthy reliance on others, right? So that's another type of way of looking at it. Now, this is all in relation to the fact that your sun is in your sign. Happy birthday for those of you watching for your sun sign of your birthdays this week. But there is this energy, there's this prana, this life force for you Libras right now when you're focusing on your personal needs and your goals and your ambitions in life. And all in all, becoming more aware of yourself because this is what the first house signifies, and the sun illuminates this as well, just like the full moon. So it's all about balance between self and relationships, balance between your values and others' values, balance between your physical desires and goals and what really matters, and really connecting to the deep truth of all that. All right, so that's the full moon. As you can see here, we do have an aspect with Mercury. Mercury will be sextiling up to Mars these first few days of the week. So along with the full moon, there is this opportunity here, and I think a lot of it might have to do with your values. All right, Mercury's been shifting into your second. This has been quite a serious area. You've had Saturn in your second. So it's been good this past year, and really for the next year, year and a half, to take seriously your values. And what I mean by that is your finances for some of you, your material assets, but all in all, just the things you value in life. And so as you continue to take that seriously, I think you can find these coming weeks. There's a lot to learn about this. There's a lot to take care of with this. And with this sextile up to Mars, you could find maybe some positive energy for that. Maybe also, too, to expand your horizons and also maybe to relax. Mercury rules your 12th. Jupiter's in your 12th. So this first half could be easygoing. At least it's an opening for that. And yeah, surrendering can be very peaceful. Maybe getting some alone time and just accepting things for how they are can be easier, relatively speaking. Now, Mars is at the bottom of your chart. So although this is, again, energetic, you've got your sun in your first house and all this, Mars is at the bottom, which means your motivations are likely at a yearly, or it's 2.5 years from Mars, but this sort of cyclical low. And so if that's the case, great place to put your motivation, put your energy right now, in either case, actually, is with your home life, maybe with family, maybe with your roots in a sense of reflecting on your past a bit, learning more about where you come from, who you are in that sense, and also to your health. It's a really good time to put things forward to increase your relationship with your body and put some things, maybe physical exercise, things like that, within moderation can oftentimes be, good thing to cultivate with Mars in the 4th. All right, so that's the Mars, and again, those key areas could be opportunistic these first few days. Now, as you can see here, Thursday, Neptune conjoins the South Node. I've been talking a lot about this. I talked about this in the last weekly. This is basically that there's some past patterns and some unhealthy things that are being released collectively. And a lot of it has to do for you with the over extremes or the under extremes relating to your self-expression. Okay, this is your 5th house. So this week I would be asking yourself if, first of all, if there's any over extremes with your self-expression, maybe a lot of ideals about what you're passionate about, what excites you. And there's nothing wrong with that, but if it seems like it's an extreme about the passion, about the self-expression, then do be aware of that. Now, likely what I'm getting a sense of is that it's more of an under extreme, which might be that if you feel like you haven't been putting in enough attention into your life regarding your self-expression, regarding your creative side and your passions and your interests and everything close to the heart, that creative side, then maybe it's time to put some energy into that. Make some change there. It's usually not so much energy, but making change so you can have a bit of peace and tranquility in this area, accept this area. And that's the healthy qualities of Neptune, which are coming out as a result of this. Now, Mercury is going to be squaring up to that conjunction. So particularly around Friday, I think giving it a bit of space, stepping back a bit. Again, maybe having to do with the finances, maybe having to do with the adventurousness. And again, this receptive approach, which is developing in a sense that it's good to have healthy receptivity, to take a step back. But at the same time, maybe there's some actions that need to be taken. Oftentimes with squares, some things can be implemented if you feel like it's something that needs to be done that is uncomfortable to do. Okay, we're not talking about the impulses and oftentimes with a square to Neptune, confusion and doubt, which can create wanting to make some sudden choices. I'm not talking about anything like that, reactive. I'm talking about the changes that maybe you feel like you do need to make with your self-expression. Maybe you do need to make with your finances or your resources or your values. And making them. And that can be uncomfortable, but it can be very constructive, and it's a good time for that. Now, as we go into the weekend around Saturday, Venus then sextiles the conjunction, which is quite nice, lifting this up, especially because Venus is your ruler, has already been emphasizing that it's a really good time to be treating life as a learning process. Venus in the 3rd house. You can be enjoying a bit of writing or reading or communicating or exchanging or trading. Okay, these types of things are on a lighter note. It's really emphasizing it. And this weekend, again, all that could be very supportive to whatever these changes are that are taking place. And trust me, the changes are taking place. We may not see it right away. Neptune's going direct, and it takes time for Neptune to gain that momentum. It's a very slow-moving planet. It takes weeks. But I think you'll notice the shift. There's a shift taking place here to where, yes, you can detach. Yes, you can surrender. And that can bring about a greater sense of self-expression, a greater passion, a greater interest that maybe we didn't see before. So very positive there. And this is also that you can continue to cultivate your aspirations. This is your North Node in the 11th house. Really good time to be future-oriented, your personal aspirations, and maybe for your community as well. All right, Libra. So this week, the way I would sum this up is there's a full moon at the beginning. There's awareness about relationships and about the deeper side to life, and maybe the deeper side to relationships, such as openness there. But those things are going to continue to move forward, so good to do that status check. Then as we get into midweek, this conjunction with the South Node and Neptune, some past patterns being brought back into balance, being changed regarding that self-expression, regarding those things close to the heart. And as a result, I think you'll find that very freeing. All right, Libra, so have a fantastic week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.